friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Midu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore, and friends, as you all know, Midu Study is your own channel initiative in which we discuss various management topics and subjects in a very simple manner. Friends, our today's video is very special because it is the last video of the human resource management, one of the most liked and admired module of our channel. And we are finishing this module early because we are getting suggestions that develop specific modules on HR specialization subjects also. So that is why we wanted to complete our basic for foundation modules first, and now basis your suggestion we will work on new content. So in HRM, last topic which remains is HR audit and accounting, video number 23. So in this 23 videos, my dear friends, what your Midu Study channel has done is we have tried to give you a gist of all HR topics. We started with what is human resource management, we did human resource planning, we discussed about recruitment selection, JD, JS, onboarding of a person, which is orientation and selection and orientation, induction. Then we discussed about the various process of training and development, various processes of the appraisals, of competency mapping, assessment centers, and in the last we also discussed about reward and recognition. Now what remains is HR audit and accounting. Let us begin, my dear friends. First of all, HR audit. To understand HR audit, first of all, let us understand what is this term audit. My friends who have WorkX, they will know, because in all companies at some point of the time, audit is being done of various functions. So audit can be defined as unbiased examination and verification of organizations' financial statements, employee record, etc., to determine their accuracy and outline any issues that need to be addressed. So it is an unbiased examination as well as verification of what? Of the financial statement of the organization, various employee records, to determine what is their accuracy and see if there are any issues that can be addressed. HR audit is a systematic process of examining the policies, procedures, practices, structures, strategies, employee document, etc. with respect to an organization's HR function. So basically, in simple words, you can say conducting the audit of HR function is HR audit, in which we examine what are the HR policies, procedure, practice, structure, strategy, document, etc. Now, what is the aim? It aims to evaluate the strength, weakness and developmental need of employee with a view to enhance organizational process. Why are we conducting this HR audit? We are conducting it to evaluate the strength and weakness and identify the development need of employee and see how we can enhance the organizational performance. It helps organization to determine the effectiveness of HR function. By conducting this HR audit, we can see what is the effectiveness of the HR function. It plays a major crucial role in an organization. It is help manager to take decision on current HR problem so that overall productivity is not affected. Managers can see through this HR audit the problems that are identified, what we can do so that overall productivity is not affected. Process of HR audit, how this HR audit is conducting. Determine the objectives of HR audit. So to conduct any process, first of all, we always begin with defining the objective, why we want to carry out that particular process. Gathering the background data, gather the data for background, various data from various departments which will be required for this analysis. Formulating the audit plan, then we formulated the audit plan, make complete audit strategy. Developing the audit report, in the next step audit report is developed, and at the last acting based upon the report. Whatever are the findings in the report, based upon that action plan is done and required steps are taken. Now next part, so this chapter actually we are doing three parts: HR audit, HR accounting and HRIS. Now let us discuss about HR accounting. So accounting, you will say, is a finance thing. Why with HR? Human resource accounting, HRA, is defined as a system of identifying, collecting and reporting data on investment in human assets. So we are identifying, collecting and reporting data and see how we should invest in basically human assets. In other words, it is a future approach that reflects the potential of human resource in monetary terms. Future based approach that tell what is the potential of HR and basically in terms, in monetary terms. It acts as an important tool to human asset control and provide information to organization whether the asset is appreciated, depleted or conserved. So basically human asset control is happening through this HRA, and it tells whether the asset is appreciating, depreciating or it is being conserved. Methods of HR accounting. So HRA methods of HR accounting are two. One is based upon the cost, one is based upon the value. So when we say cost, various costs that are incurred means basically pure cost terms. So salary of the person, travel allowance, training development course, all that cost that is occurring, and then what kind of return he is giving in the monetary terms. Second is value. Instead of cost, we see the overall value that person is generating. Many times it is not necessary that only sales number or that is the thing which comes in this particular method. He might be generating some other value, overall skill set, overall influential set that employee is bringing. All that happens in the value based method. Now let us come to the third part, which is HR information systems, HRIS. Human resource information system is a system designed to provide necessary information for effective management of human resource. We are developing a system to provide necessary information for the management of human resource. In other words, it is an online database system that helps in managing information related to all employee of organization at a place. This information can be related to the salary of employee, the structure, the appraisal, the leaves and all. So my friends who are working, they would know that there is a HRMS portal. Companies call it by different name. In some companies it can be called something or all, but overall thing is that all HR related things are controlled or are done through that portal. So starting from all the information is fed in. If you want to apply for some leaves, you will have all that leave record data. Whenever appraisal is to be done, the appraisal will be done through that portal. So one portal is single stop solution. The employee salary slips, the form 16, everything gets generated in that. It collects, stores, processes, generates and disseminates human resource information for effective business decision making. So what this HRIS is doing, it is collecting data, storing it, processing, generating and then disseminating the information so that effective business decisions can be taken. It provides information on various HR policy formulated by organization to HR personnel as well as employees. So various HR policies that are done and the data is given to the personnel as well as employee, all that is given. Now what are the components of HRIS? So there are three components basically for HRIS: input, data maintenance and output. When we say input, this component enter employee data into HRIS. Process and procedures needed for data collection are initially established. Once data is collected, it is entered into the system in the coded form. Next, it is validated using the validation table, which can be changed or updated whenever required. So in input form, if we are to understand in a simple manner, you are collecting various data, putting it into the form of input and then serving it in the system in form of validation table so that it can be done. Data maintenance. This component updates the data which is stored in the storage device. Although new data is included in the system, old data is also kept as backup. So we are maintaining the data, keep on adding new data as well as keep a backup of the old data. You never know 5 years back after some data is required, so always that backup file should be there. Output. HR manager tend to be more interested in this component of HRS as essential information and reports of HR are generated. So HR output, basically data was fed in, maintained. Now whenever some information is required by HR head, some business head or the management, you can get through this output function. Types of HRIS. So HRIS can be divided into three types depending upon the usage: operational, tactical and strategic. Operational, day-to-day level things. So whenever we say operational is day-to-day, whatever things are to be done, that are operational level. Next comes the tactical level. So basically mid-level sort of things which are not day-to-day but not very long-term also. And third, strategic, in which we are basically defining the strategy for the organization. That is strategic HRIS. What are the various applications of HRIS? So basically HRIS helps in various parts of human resources. First is job description or JD. HRIS produce reports describing job according to employee specification and other information. So it is generating report and basically helping us to know what are the specifications of a particular job. Training and development. HRIS provide information on training courses, location, timing, details of the trainer, list of trainees, competency level of trainees, etc. What kind of training a person has to generate. So when we keep feeding a person's data, it will capture what are his educational background, professional background, what kind of trainings he has already undergone. So that helps in determining what he requires and what we can provide basis the competencies. Performance appraisal. It enables managers to conduct real-time performance appraisal by filling online form, taking feedback from various parties. So very systematic way of doing performance appraisal is through HRIS. In the year starting, you feed the targets, the objectives as well as the targets of the person, conduct mid review in which for half a year it is done, and then at the end, so it is very transparent, all the rating, all the things, instead of doing it manually, it is conducting through this system. Retention strategy, it provides information of the employee's performance, attitude, behavior as reflected in survey sheet and online report. So what kind of performance is there, whether you want to retain the employee and what can be done for this, all that gets reflected through this retention strategy. Friends, this was all from today's video, and apart from today's video, from the HRM subject also. Today, after these 23 videos, our HRM module, basic module is finished, in which we have covered each and every topic of HRM in detail. Now you can give us suggestion that for specialization, if you want any particular subject to be developed, so that accordingly we can work on the content. You can write our suggestions in the mail ID meedu.study@gmail.com, or you can write in the comment section, we will work on it. If you are liking our content, please like our video, share and subscribe to Meedu Study. Thank you friends, take care.